All right, guys. Kind of a depressing topic on this one because there's comes a time in your life where you play enough games, you start to like experience things that you didn't experience when you were as a kid. Because when you're a kid and you play games, you accept them, you play them for what they are. You don't really have complaints because you're naive and you haven't experienced really anything bad. Sometimes maybe a bad game can maybe be a good game to some because they haven't really played other good games. So this is their only, they don't know any better. This is your only, way of thinking. This is, hey, this is the way games are. So I don't know if this is bad. So you get that, you know, you get that um, when you don't play many games. Now, if you play a lot of games like myself, you run into a wall where you're just like, nitpick every little nook and cranny, and you're just like, yeah, this game is great, but it has this and such, this and this and this. That's that has this with this problem and such this. And I always point little things out that I would have never done 10 years ago, 10 plus years ago. It's just now it's just, I know when a game is awesome and I know when a game is not. And it kind of depressing because like I miss that feeling of playing a game and being unknown and then still liking it because I was naive and like had low standards, like I miss having low standards in a way because think about it. The lower our standards are, the happier we will be, the happier we are because we accept it for what it is. I mean, like Mass Effect Andromeda, people hate that game, and I refuse to play it because it's not, the Mass Effect game that I would want. And uh, Fallout 76, that's an online only Fallout game. I refuse to even like want to believe in it or see it or have anything to do with that one, but um just a lot of games like that today, this generation especially, are like that. And just, I don't know, like the people like forget what quality is nowadays. Like the Destiny games are just mediocre to say the least. I mean, I was bored out of my mind when I played Destiny 2. I played Destiny 2 and it was when it was a PlayStation Plus game last month, and I was bored out of my mind. I just said, let me just play Halo because I think that's what Bungie's work is at, not Destiny. I like the first Destiny, but Destiny 2, I don't know what they did, but they overcomplicated things in the mission structure and like the way you do things. And the hub area wasn't as cool. The hub area was a downgrade. So Destiny 2 sucks. It really does. Like, but I wish that I could be, have low standards and be like, yeah, you know what? I love this game. Destiny 2 is my favorite game of all time. Maybe not, maybe to not that extreme, but I wish I could say that and enjoy the game and be happy with it, Because think about it. If we all have low standards, if I accept the Redskins, if I have low standards on the Redskins every year, and I expect them to win 5 games only, I'll be happy. I'll be like, yes, 5-11, yes, that's it. There you go, 5-11. No playoffs, but hell yeah, 5 games. Yes, it's my goal. It's my standard. You know what I mean? So I think what we should all do is have lower our standards for games today, and that's sad, because today's games, they're not bad games. We've had a lot of great games, but we've also had a lot of stinkers. We've had a lot of average games. Some of them, they just don't really live up to expectations. They don't live up to the hype. Red Dead 2 just may be the game of the generation for me because it could be there. I mean, Rockstar I put on a pedestal with, and you know what? Uncharted 4, it's a great game, but I can't give it love I give the story love, but I can't give the overall game as much love. Like the honeymoon phase was over, right? Like I said, oh man, Uncharted 4 is my favorite Uncharted game. But then it started to sink in, and then I did another playthrough of it. I'm just like, wow, playing through this a second time isn't fun because the pacing is off. Like I realized what the reviewers were saying with the pacing is bad in Uncharted 4, but I didn't really realize that because I was enjoying myself with the story. When you play it for the first time, it's a great game. When you play it through a second time, you get to the honeymoon phase is over. The reality starts to kick in, and you're like, yeah, this is very boring. But I don't feel that way with the other Uncharted games, and The Last of Us as well. I don't know. I'm just not. I don't like The Last of Us like others. Why am I even talking about The Last of Us? I'm talking about low standards, but I'm talking about this. I'm just rambling about random stuff, but yeah, I don't even put the Last of Us as like a high standard game. I kind of just I feel like it's just a above average game with good graphics and good storytelling. And good character development. I don't find the game that fun. I've played other type of survival games like Dead Space. Dead Space is better. I feel like Dead Space is a much better game. Maybe even a better story, to be honest with you. I mean, I like Dead Space more than I do The Last of Us. I'm just not really that big of a fan of The Last of Us. I don't see it, you know. But anyways, that's really about it. I mean, I'm not too much of this video. I just wanted to get the topic out there and then maybe get a comment section going to see what you guys feel about the how your standards have changed over the years. I mean, I used to have nothing. My standards were low down here because we were all ignorant. We were naive. We didn't know what we were getting ourselves into, especially in the PS1 era, Sega Genesis era, where we bought a game and we didn't know exactly what we were getting ourselves into because there was no YouTube. Oh, let me watch this review before I get this game, or oh, let me watch this guy's first impressions on this game before I get it. We didn't have any of that. So now today we can just look it up, or who knows? We're so smart sometimes that we don't even need to look it up. We could just be like, yeah, I know that game ain't good, or yeah, I know that game's pretty good. I better get it. So we have those advantages now today. Back then we didn't. So anyways, that's it, guys. I'm out.